my YouTube channel Biologically Frolic by Aishwarya. Now class 12 results are out and I know you have done excellent in your results. Even though if you have not done the expected results, don't get worried because results will not show your success. Results are not meant for your future. So they are just a mass, they are just a numbers which will not decide your future. So don't worry, you'll do well in your next classes, even your future classes. So do not worry about anything because God has bigger plans for you than you have for yourself. So keep going, have faith in God and just rock your day. So welcome back to my topic. Last class we have discussed about the bacterial world, kingdom Monera, right? And also we have learned about the history of classification. Do you remember what we have learned in last class? If you have not seen my previous video, please go to the description box. You have the link given in the description box of the previous video. You can just check it out. Welcome back to today's topic, that is kingdom Protista, the word of Protista. So these protistans are the one who are eukaryotic and unicellular organisms. Now you will get confused how they are eukaryotic also and how they are unicellular also. Well, that is the speciality of the protistans. So they are eukaryotic. It means they have all the cell organelles what the normal cell has, what we human being has. So apart from that, we also has the unicellularness. That is, they are unicellular. Though they are unicellular, they are eukaryotic in nature. So this is the speciality of kingdom Protista. So there are some 5 types of kingdom Protista. There is chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, slime molds, euglenoids and protozoans. So you might be thinking what this madam is telling, this what are chrysophytes, what is dinoflagellates, I am hearing this for the first time. Well, do not get panic, we'll study each and every topic in our further topics. So before that, we'll have a quick glance at the protistans' characteristics. What are the characteristics of Protista? So well, first thing is they are aquatic in nature. That is, they can live in sea, they can live in ocean, they can live in freshwater forms and they can live in the moist places, moist soil places, etc. So next thing is they are usually photosynthetic. So photosynthetics are the one they can prepare their own food because they have the pigments which we call it as chlorophyll, which can prepare its own food. Then apart from photosynthetic, they can also be heterotropic in nature. Then what is heterotropic? Heterotropics are the one who can just depends upon the some other organism for the sake of food. So heterotropics are some many types in heterotropics, like we can say saprophytic, parasitic and etc. So each and every topic we'll learn later. So they are usually photosynthetic also, they are saprophytic also. So apart from that, they have motile structures, they move. These protistans actually move. How they move? They have some different structures, like one of them have flagella, one of them has cilia. Cilia are the one they are very tiny hair-like structures which are present all over their body and they can just move very fast. So they are cilias. They have also flagellas, as I already told you. Then also they have what I can say pseudopodias. These pseudopodias, even you'll come to know about pseudopodias in later sessions. Then what is next? Some of them do not move at all. So this is about the locomotion of the Protista. Next, they are, I told you about photosynthesis, I told you about heterotropic, I also told you about locomotion. Last is reproduction. So reproduction, there are 2 types of reproduction, sexual mode also and asexual mode also. So that's it about protistans. We'll just come to the next part of the protistans, that is the types of Protista. So as I told you, there are completely 5 types, that is chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoans. So among that, first one is chrysophytes. Then what are these chrysophytes? So chrysophytes are the one who are actually freshwater forms, and they include groups like golden algae, we also call it as desmites, and they also they include diatoms. So we'll learn about diatoms and golden algae later. Golden algae are simple, they are like golden in color because they have a pigment in it. And talking about diatoms are the one who have a rich species in the ocean. They are called as the chief producers of ocean. Why they are called as chief producers of ocean, I'll tell it later. So the thing is that they have cell wall, they have extremely thin cell wall, and they just overlap each other just as in the soap box. Have you seen the soap box? There's a box and there's a cover on the top of it, which just, it goes like this, like, right? So even the cell wall of the diatoms, it is just like this, just as in the soap box, overlapping each other. So what happens is, this cell wall gets deposited into the ocean for billions of years and they form a diatomaceous earth. So what is this diatomaceous earth? Diatomaceous earth is something which is the cell wall deposition of this diatoms. Okay, so this soil usually it is used for many industries like a petroleum jellies industries, a syrup industry, oil industry, and also the polishing industry, because they have very shiny structure, I can say very shiny texture on the cell wall, which makes this industries to use this diatomaceous earth. Okay, so this is it about diatoms, and this is it about chrysophytes. Next, let's move to dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates are the one who are usually, I can say, they are aquatic in nature. They can live in sea, they can live in ocean, they also live in fresh water. And the speciality of dinoflagellates is they come in many colors. Like they come in red color, brown, pink, yellow, and as many as colors you want. So they have the thick cellulose layer on the top of this cell wall, which makes them very rigid. Okay, so this is about what I can say is the cell wall of the dinoflagellates. So in dinoflagellates, there is one species called as gonulax, which has a red pigment in it. So that gonulax is the one such species which makes the sea appear completely red in color, which makes the sea to appear red in color. So this is about the gonulax, which has a red pigment in it, and that is about the have you heard of Red Sea? Yes, that Red Sea is because of the gonulax deposition in it. So what makes this gonulax is, what does gonulax do is, it releases some kind of toxins which just gets deposited into the marine animals, and it affects very badly to the marine animals. So this is it about dinoflagellates. We have nothing more to talk about dinoflagellates. So let's move to euglenoids. Yes, euglenoids is my personal favorite because euglenoids are the one who are photosynthetic also, they are saprophytic also. Like they are heterotrophic also, they are photosynthetic also. So that is why euglenoids is my personal favorite. So euglenoids are the one who have a I can say a cell wall which is rich in protein layer called as pellicle. So pellicle is the one which is a protein rich layer on the top of the euglena. So euglenoids are usually I can say photosynthetic, but whenever they lack sunlight, what they do is they just shift into the heterotrophic mode. That is, they just what I can say is they just engulf the smaller organism and they just complete their food structure. I can say it just completes its food cycle. So this is it about euglenoids, I can say. Yes, I just forgot to tell you one more thing. They have two flagella, one smaller one and just one larger one. One larger flagella you can easily observe under the microscope, but the smaller flagella is a little bit harder for you to observe under the microscope. Why? Because it is just inside the cell wall, it is just inside the cell, so that you cannot easily observe the flagella, which is smaller one. So next we'll come to slime molds. So slime molds are the one who just depend upon the dead and decaying matter, that is completely on the dry leaves, dry matter, and etc. So slime mold speciality is whenever there is a favorable condition, they form a plasmodium which will spread very widely along for the meters, along for the fields. So during unfavorable condition, they form spores which are so strong, which are so adapted to extreme conditions that they can just survive into any type of temperature, any type of pressure, and any type of some extreme conditions. So that is about slime molds. Next, let's move to protozoans. Protozoans are the one who are completely saprophytic, I can say. Not actually saprophytic, they are completely parasitic, I can say. More than saprophytic, it would the parasitic would be the good one. So parasitic, that is, they literally live in the host of the host. It lives inside the host of some other organism. Okay, other organism actually acts as a host. Actually, I took it wrong. So protozoans are usually the parasites. So there are 4 forms of protozoan. First one is amoeboid protozoan. Next one is flagellated protozoan. Ciliary protozoan, I can say having the cilia. Then next is what is the last one? Sporophytic one. Yes, sporophytic. So there are completely 4 types: amoeboid, ciliary, flagella, and what? Sporophytic. So first we will talk about amoeboid protozoans. Amoeboid, obviously whenever the name comes amoeboid, the structure of amoeba comes in your mind, right? So amoeba is one famous example of amoebian protozoan. So amoeba is like a shapeless organism. It do not have a proper shape, and it usually lives in some moist soil. It lives in fresh water. It also lives in sea water. Okay, and it also lives as a host. It lives inside the host, I mean. Okay, so there are many forms where it can live. They are usually everywhere in nature. They are actually everywhere in nature. So talking more about amoeba, they have a structure called as pseudopodia. I talked about it before, right? So pseudopodia is the one which we also call it as false leg. Pseudo means false, legs, podia. Podia is nothing but legs. Pseudo, false, podia, legs. So it have false legs, and whenever they are hungry, they are like very hungry, what they do is they just take out their pseudopodia, they just grab their food and they just take it inside. Then later digestion takes place and they have some mechanisms to throw out the remaining food. So this is what happens in amoeba. So amoebans are the one who are also free living, and they also cause some diseases also. So one famous disease of amoebian protozoan is amoebic dysentery. So amoebic dysentery is the one which is caused by the organism called as Entamoeba histolytica. Friends, please note down whatever I am telling, because these are the important points what might help you in the examination. So you may get it for 1 mark, 2 marks, etc. You may get the question such as the characteristics of Protista. You may get the question like write down the characteristics of dinoflagellates, chrysophytes, euglenoids, draw the structure of euglena. So you may get these questions for 1, 2, 3 marks. So you can never say, just note it down everything. Okay, so Entamoeba histolytica is the causative organism for amoebic dysentery. So next, let's come to flagellated protozoans. Of course, they have flagella in them. I also told you that they have a bigger flagella, they have one smaller flagella. They can be free living also. Some of them are parasitic also. Okay, this flagellated protozoans, they cause one such disease. There is one particular organism called as trypanosoma. This trypanosoma, what it does is it causes sleeping sickness in human body. So what happens is whenever this organism enters into the body, what it does is it makes the metabolism low metabolism. It causes low metabolism in human being, and it just causes the brain to slow down. Okay, so due to which the person sleeps a lot. So this is about the sleeping sickness in person. So this is about the flagellated protozoan. Next we'll move to ciliary protozoan. Cilia, which is the organism which have cilia. Cilias are the one who are cilias are the small hair-like structures on the surface of the cell wall of the protozoan. So they have like thousands of cilia on their body. So this thousands of cilia makes this body so active that they can move very fast here and there. They are so active in nature that they can just locomote very speedy. They are just fast. They are just active in nature. So why? Because the reason is they have thousands of cilia on their body. So due to which these organisms are the active organisms among these all protozoans. So I think this is it about ciliary protozoans. The next thing is about, I forgot to tell the example for ciliatory organism. The one famous example is Paramecium. Paramecium, we also tell it as a shoe-like organism. It is of a shoe size. There is one structure appearing on your screen right now. Yes, that is the structure of Paramecium. If you just see, there are thousands of cilia on the surface of the Paramecium. If you just observe the structure, you just observe carefully, there is one small opening at the end of the cell wall. That opening is called as gullet. That gullet is the one who is actually capable of engulfing the food material. Okay, so that gullet is actually made for engulfing the food material. So this gullet is very important. You might get this question for 1 mark, that what is gullet. Okay, so please girls and boys, please note down. So this is it about ciliatory protozoans. Next we'll come to the sporophytes. Okay, sporophytes are the one who are like very dangerous, very infectious, I can say. They just undergo one such stage in their life cycle where they become spores, and these spores are so infectious that they cause the most dreadful disease called as malaria. So malaria, when I told the name malaria, you might ask me the question that why you are telling like malaria is so dreadful. But trust me guys, like before in earlier days it has killed many people. Now we have medications for malaria, we have proper treatment for malaria, so there is no issue now. But in earlier days malaria killed many people. So malaria is one such disease which is caused by the sporophyte called as Plasmodium vivax. So Plasmodium vivax is the causative organism for malaria. You may get this question also, that what is the causative organism for what? Malaria. So it is Plasmodium vivax. You may also get the question, what is the causative organism for amoebic dysentery? The answer is Entamoeba histolytica. Please do not forget this answer, because 1 mark questions are very important, friends, because 1 mark question will give you the I can say weight to your scores. So that's why do not forget to read 1 mark questions. I will be of course highlighting in each and every class about the 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark questions. So that will be very useful for you. So what we will, this is it about protistans actually. We'll have a quick glance about the protistans. So first thing is, protistans are the one who are eukaryotic also, who are unicellular also. So they are photosynthetic, they have they are heterotrophs, they are saprophytic, they are parasitic, etc. So they have flagella, they have cilia, they have pseudopodia. Some of them do not move at all. Okay, so this is about the locomotion. So talking about reproduction, they have asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and there are 5 types of protista. There are chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, slime molds, euglenoids, protozoans. In protozoans there are 4 types: amoeboid protozoans, flagellated protozoans, then ciliatory protozoans, and sporophyte. So this is it about protista. Guys, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, you can please comment below. Comment do not cost you at all. Commenting do not cost you at all. Please do comment. If you have any queries, if you want me to improve a little bit, or if you want me to make videos on your topic, please do not forget to comment. So this is it about today. This is it about today. So today there will be no fun fact, because I was like very much busy in this day, so I couldn't find a fun fact for you guys. So next session will be inspirational speech, or a little bit inspiration for you guys. So do watch my next video. Till then, enjoy.